We hate to see this, but it's that time of year again. Winter storms are pushing trees over in the park and blocking trails. Our standing dead trees are an important part of the environment here in the Heritage Park, as they feed at least 5 or 6 of the 11 species of woodpeckers found in Washington state. Logs like this make it difficult to keep your chain's blade out of the gravel. If it touches the gravel, you're done for the day. The log jacks allows the log to be placed in tension as well as lifting it above the ground for a safe cut. While Eric keeps the log in tension, Michelle makes a top cut with very little chance of reaching the ground and dulling the chain. Limbs are removed to make the area safe for cross-cutting. There are many tripping hazards in the forest, and you must be aware at all times.
Okay.
Chainsaw certification and annual recertification is required by Kitsap County before working in the park. This also includes all personal protective equipment required to be safe.
Now we're rolling.
This is a case study in how to properly take care of a tree and analyze it before you make any cuts. First, any widowmakers. Is this tree a springer? Does it have lateral tension? Remove all the limbs so there is no tripping hazards and you have sure footing. Michelle determined that an undercut was the best approach for this log's first cut. It was determined that the east end of the log was in compression and the west end was mostly extending far into the forest and had the bulk of the weight. With the east end free, the remainder of the cuts could be top cuts and in compression.
We're still rolling. Ah, perfect. Are you done filming?
The weight on the west end kept the tree suspended, as we planned. By correctly diagnosing the potential energy stored in this tree, we were able to make safe cuts. With the batteries getting weak on the electric saw, we switched to old school 2-cycle. I like these electric saws. They're quiet and very powerful. In February of 2025, a large windstorm brought down 37 trees in the park. Stewards spent several days removing them. The large amount of small woody debris created a large fire hazard that needed chipping in the springtime. Buck trees were stacked in the woods for amphibian and wildlife habitat. Arno limbs a tree that's fallen on an old timber parkway. This parkway is a mineral fire break that is important to the north end of the park. It cuts east to west. We maintain it to DNR standards for safe access for firefighting equipment and protection of personnel. Joel removes the limbs and stacks them on the shoulder of the road for chipping this spring. We only do this on the parkways because these are potential points of ignition, and we keep the 2 to 10 hour fire fuels cleaned up as much as possible. On the single track trails, we broadcast all these limbs. Limbing a tree may seem straightforward, but it is not. You must be aware of the tip of the saw. If the tip grabs something, that's when you get a kickback. Notice that Arno is on the uphill side cutting. That way, if the log rolls, it'll roll away from him. He is also using the limbs that are supporting the tree for two purposes. One, so that he can make easy top cuts, and the other to prevent it from rolling should it have that potential energy. We are not allowed to drop trees in the park, only buck them. But as a homeowner, you should be aware, never drop a tree up slope. Every tree is different, and careful analysis before starting cutting is very important. You're never 100% sure what's going to happen, so stay alert at all times. Your first cut is the most important cut. It can determine how easy or hard this tree is going to be to remove.
That's perfect. Did exactly what we wanted.
Notice that Arnold reduces the speed of the saw as he nears the completion of the cut. This is to keep control of the blade and keep it out of the dirt and to make sure everything is going as planned. Here's my favorite of many reasons that we keep these parkways open and free of blockages.